Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth on the ride-on ride-off stand on my 2018 Honda Goldwing. More about how to get it on and off the stand and the ease at which it does so. So stay tuned for that. Now, when I bought the Goldwing, it didn't have an OEM centre stand, so I had the opportunity to make a decision whether I wanted OEM or one of these ride-on ride-off stands. So I went for the ride-on ride-off because I had a GL 1500 Goldwing and it had one on, and I found it really convenient. So what I'm going to do now is just go through the different ways you can use the ride-on ride-off stand in terms of getting it up onto the stand. I'll also explain how when you want to check the tyre pressures or wash the bike, wash the rear wheel, then you can put it up on a block, but we'll go through that in just a minute.
I've put this slide up just by way of comparison. And now the whole concept on the ride-on ride-off stand is to keep the rear wheel just in contact with the road surface while still providing stabilisation using the centre stand. One of my concerns on the aftermarket of the ride-on ride-off stand was, does it affect the cornering clearance? Because the pad on this stand is about 2 to 3 times the size of an OEM pad, and as it turns out, makes no difference whatsoever. Right, now I'll explain the 3 types of ways you can actually get the bike up on this centre stand. The first one, standing by the bike. The second one, on the bike and purely just putting your weight on the pad. And the third one is using the walking mode to back up onto the stand. The first method, standing beside the bike, just balance the bike across the legs of the stand, a little bit of pressure down on the pad and up it goes. While sitting on the bike, just place your foot on the pad and lift your weight off the seat and the bike just pops up. The last method is using the reverse gear of the motor, so you put a bit of pressure on the pad of the stand and drive the bike up onto the stand. And you can use the forward walking mode on the DCT to pop it back down again. Once it's on the centre stand, you just jump on nice and stable, get it in gear and ride away. When you buy the ride-on ride-off stand, they also give you a bit of a hint to say if you want to raise the wheel, the rear wheel, off the ground for washing or checking air pressures, then you need to have a block of wood roughly about an inch tall. You can see here I've made a small block out of 2 pieces. They measure just over an inch. I do suggest that if you are going to use this method that you get a piece of wood that's a lot broader than this, because mine could have the likelihood of it slipping off, so I'll have to address that in the near future. Similar to an OEM stand setup, with the block of wood under the ride-on ride-off stand, it is quite a heave to get the rear wheel off the ground. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short video on the ride-on ride-off stand, and hopefully it'll give you some information to decide whether you want to install one on your bike or keep the OEM or none at all. Thank you.